Peace lilies don't naturally flower until they reach a certain level of maturity. With ideal growing conditions, they can get to that point in about a year. You see a plant blooming in the store doesn't necessarily mean it's all grown up. Plant retailers often use a hormone spray called gibberellic acid to push peace lilies to flower before they're ready. It's a natural plant hormone that stimulates cell division and elongation. If you have just bought a small plant, you may need to wait between 9 to 15 months before it reaches the level of maturity where it can bloom. Peace lilies flower when you provide them with sufficient light, water, and fertilizer. When provided with proper growing conditions, they will reward you with the best blooms. If your peace lily isn't flowering, don't worry. It can be encouraged to bloom with few adjustments to its care routine. Here are the top 5 ways to make your peace lily bloom. Number 1. Keep it slightly root bound. Encouraging the plant to remain slightly root bound will stimulate flowering by redirecting its energy towards producing white bracts rather than expanding its root system. So, to induce a peace lily to flower again, deliberately allowing it to become slightly root bound can be beneficial. Number 2. Provide more light. One of the most common reasons for peace lily plants not flowering is low light. If a peace lily doesn't get enough light, it will not flower. But this is easy to fix. Increasing the amount of light your peace lily receives will lead to the emergence of its beautiful flowers. Peace lilies require light for photosynthesis, and it's worth noticing that flowering plants have a higher demand for light compared to their non-flowering relatives. Yes, peace lilies can survive in incredibly low light levels, but they will just be surviving, not thriving. Their growth would be very slow, and they would definitely not be blooming. If you give your peace lilies proper light, they should bloom after several months. Avoid placing in direct light and be careful not to let its leaves lean against the window. If the leaves get too hot, that can also burn the leaves. Number 3. Use gibberellic acid. As per information from University of Florida, gibberellic acid, a naturally occurring plant hormone sourced from fungi, plays a role in stimulating the flowering process of peace lilies and is also beneficial in enhancing the quality of blossoms in various other tropical plants. Number 4. You should get a mature plant. Young peace lily plants primarily allocate their energy and resources towards establishing a healthy root system and foliage growth. As a result, they may not have maturity or stored energy to produce flowers. For those who desire a consistent and abundant display of peace lily blooms, it is advisable to consider acquiring a peace lily specimen that has reached a more advanced stage of development, typically around 1 or 2 years old. At this stage, peace lilies have typically established a robust root system and foliage, and they are more likely to initiate flowering, providing you with the beautiful blooms they are admired for. Number 5. Keep it warm. Peace lilies thrive in temperatures similar to those preferred by humans. To encourage flowering, keep temperatures between 65 to 68 degrees of Fahrenheit, especially at night. Avoid exposing them to high temperatures exceeding 85 to 95. Think more of a cool, shaded rainforest than scorching tropical sun. A peace lily too close to a heating vent or an AC unit will be unlikely to flower. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more houseplant care videos.